Hey everyone, Bladesofgod here from Hammer Bros Gaming, coming at you with our newest Gears 5 Master Escape Guide. Today we're going to be running the Blight. With me as always I have Beardsley and Pyro Citawatts. Beardsley's going to be running Tactician for this map, and Pyro is going to be running the Infiltrator, which is his favorite class. So we're bringing the Infiltrator because there's usually Grenadiers in this map, which means you're going to get shotguns, so you're going to have that good bleed damage from the Infiltrator. And we're bringing the Tactician because we need his marked bounty recharge or marked skill recharge, where if you kill a marked target, you get your ultimate cooled down faster or refilled faster. And then Marksman is going to be very crucial for taking out the scions and taking out groups of enemies with explosive headshots. So let's take a look at our modifiers for this map. We have shielded heavies, more health, more lethal, execution rules, Iron Man, faster venom, and poison drones. What this means is that shielded heavies, all scions are going to have a shield in front of them. Poison drones, all drone variants are going to create a poison puddle on death, which will damage you if you stand in it. And execution rules means that downed enemies aren't going to die or bleed out unless you're in close proximity to them. The rest of them are pretty standard fare for Master Escape. The faster venom, more lethal, more health. It's pretty standard across the board, so nothing too concerning right there. But let's get right into the map itself and the strategy we're going to be using. So I'm going to be running the Marksman class. That's a perspective you're going to be seeing. And basically right at the start here, this room, there's two sets of doors on the right and the left. I just passed the first set. There's a second set up in front of this set of cover, kind of up where the drones are. And then there's a door directly behind you too. Now, this room is going to shift and change every time you load this map. So the nice thing is, if you don't get access to the ammo rooms on the left and the right, you can always just re-roll or, exit your map and then come back in and you'll have a different setup. The enemies are pretty consistent, and that's one of the reasons that I'm running Marksman. Is almost every time we ran this map, we always had snipers right at the beginning here. So that's why we're going to run the Marksman class, is to get that long shot and to really be able to do some good work with groups of enemies and headshots. So, and don't forget, the bolt hawk counts as a precision weapon, so your explosive headshot works with the bolt hawk as well. So you can see we cleaned up this first set of enemies. One thing to note is that normally there are a ton of poppers flooding you right here. We were very fortunate in the fact that the poppers got locked behind the doors that were closed. So be aware that you will have poppers rushing out, but just keep them at a distance. You can even use your melee and then dive backwards to avoid their explosion. But we don't have to deal with them because of just RNG in this run. So you can see I grabbed my long shot. I'm falling back and loading up on mostly all of that ammo that's in the ammo room on the left-hand side there. I grabbed a Lancer. I don't think I use it a single time through this map, but it's there with ammo in it in case one of my allies needs a weapon. And then what we're going to do is we ended up going down the left path, and you can see right there, one sniper shot took out 4 enemies, and that's going to be what you're focusing on. That and this right here. Boom. With your long shot damage increase skill, you can active reload headshot a scion on master and one-shot him. So it's very important that you focus as the marksman on doing that. Beardsley, at this point, Pyro and Beardsley were holding this left-hand path because it's the only way the enemies could get to us. Beardsley had picked up some explosives because he's running his Shredder card as the Tactician as well. So he actually set a grenade on that ramp and waited for some of the Grenadiers to push up on us. And that bled out the Grenadiers and got Pyro his Gnasher. So now we have two allies that have good bleed damage, and me with my long shot to do good explosive damage. And we're pretty much set up to make it through the rest of this map. So right up this little ramp, you can see there was a couple of enemies. I took them out. There's 2 long shots where they died, so I'm going to be sure to grab those. But as we come up here, this next room is where your next set of scions are. So I actually go ahead and use my X-ray right here to take them off the board. I'm not entirely sure why that headshot didn't kill him, but whatever the case, another shot put that scion down. And then I take this one off the board on the left. And what we're going to do is, if I had hit that headshot on the first scion, I would have had a little bit of more time. But the important thing is to take those scions off the board. This room will sometimes be open, sometimes it won't. But the path to the right was open for us, so we were actually able to just avoid all those enemies on the left and come up to this side. There's an ammo room up here, and here we have a boom shot, which is going to be very useful for Mr. Beardsley. There are a bunch of poppers. This is the first time in the entire map that we ran into poppers. So all I'm doing is my teammates are kind of falling back into the ammo room, picking up what they need, and I'm just using the bolt talk to take out some of these poppers so we don't get cornered in that room. You can see I'm just checking, making sure all the poppers are done, and then I'm going to fall back and load up on what little bit of ammo there is left. And Beardsley's grabbing that boom shot, the frag grenades, and the ammo, the explosive ammo crate. So he's good and topped off with explosive ammo. And guys, we're almost already at the end of this map. It looks fairly easy, but it can be very, very challenging. We tried several different combinations of classes to find something to work with neutralizing the scions. A lot of the other guides that I've seen or looked at, or my friends have looked at, all recommended using the explosive bleed to take the scions off the board. But I found, honestly, as long as you can get your shots off before the shield goes up, the Marksman is much more consistent and much more effective. You don't have to wait for bleed damage to bleed them out. You don't have to try to get up close and personal and melee them with the Brawler class or the Protector or the Blade Master. I really found the Marksman to be just about the best class for taking these scions off the board quickly and effectively. It is a bit of a challenge because you do usually have a lot of enemies kind of swarming around you as you're trying to get your shots, but if you get a good couple of teammates with you to help keep the heat off you, so to speak, you can really make things a lot easier for yourself by running this class if you have your skills upgraded. So here we are, we're at the door hold. We've got a lot of explosive. Beardsley's going to go to town here with his explosive bleed damage. I'm trying to do what I can, but we have a lot of grenadiers swarming us, which means I need to use 2 shots, one to take their helmet off and one to try to get a headshot. But Beardsley is just cleaning them up. Pyro's at the door, just holding back anything that happens to squeeze through. And that's it, guys. That is the end of the Blight. I hope you guys found this guide helpful. If you did, please stick around because we will be uploading some more maps and some more guides for Master Escape. But until next time, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. You can also check us out on Twitch at Hammer Bros Gaming. I am Bladesofgod, and until next time, have a great day everyone.